offense, we've seen a lot of trick plays. We've seen a lot of, different things this year. But how important is it to still be able to have like a solid downhill power running game?
Oh, I mean, I think that's Big Ten football, and the trickery, as you say. I mean, I think that's part of college football, and the more that you see some of the teams that have been built, work their way up to being powerhouses, it might have had to start a little bit more that way. As we continue to move and progress as a program, you hope that you can establish a little bit more of that. But I think our players love it. I think it's our brand of football, and as long as I'm the head football coach here, and sounds like Coach Cubit's the one calling the offenses, and Coach Banks is calling the defenses. We're going to do those types of things that enable us to be successful.
It's supposed to be a little chilly Saturday.
Unbelievable. We've had great weather in September, but we heard a little bit of wind. So, of course, those are things that I'm sure they practice and we're practicing because that stadium can get a little bit windy.
How do you combat?
Well, I mean, today we tried to do some things into the wind that started out and then it died all of a sudden. You looked at it earlier. I looked out the window of the office and see how the wind's blowing. So you want to make sure you got so many punts into the wind, so many against the wind. But of course, then you come out on the field and the wind stops. So, but it's things that you talk about as a team already, and these are kind of the game plan and things that we're going to do, more special teams wise, concerning wind.
We've talked a lot about the tight ends and how they kind of emerged in this last game, but just how important is it when you had tight ends in one game, receivers, as far as just making it difficult to get game plan?
I think it's being able to utilize the talent that you have. If it's wide receivers, if it's tight ends, if it's running backs, whoever it is. I mean, we've got what we feel are talented football players that can help us in certain situations, and I think that the offensive staff's done a great job of utilizing those guys when and where in football games.
D'Angelo, how is he coming along as a corner?
Good. I mean, D'Angelo works extremely hard. I enjoy coaching him. He, I think probably the blaring thing that we had with him in the first four, and he'd tell you too, is there's a couple plays that he got beat on, and then a couple of missed tackles. But other than that, I think he's played good as a corner.
Special teams wise,
D'Angelo, he's been. The first word you say about him is dependable. When you have a punt returner back there, that you have to depend on that young man because he's got to make choices and decisions, and with catching football, and he's got to have nerves of steel, and he's done a great job with the punt. He's done a great job with the kickoff too.
Did you poll the guys on who has flown, who hasn't, and all?
I haven't done the flying thing yet, but we're gonna. I believe we have 7, maybe 8 first-time Big Ten starters. This will be their first Big Ten start. So, I mean, that's part of the game and that's part of it. But, being able to go to Lincoln and play in a great atmosphere, another great Big Ten atmosphere, I know they're anxious.
How much